Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heather Shaw is Kidding. It's your host here, Heather Shaw, and I'm kidding. This is a comedy commentary podcast. Don't get your panties in a bunch. And if they are in a bunch, figure it out. Get it out of your asshole. Why do women wear thongs? I applaud women who wear thongs and bras, whether they do it because they want to or they do it because they have to. Is this a way to open a podcast? I don't know. I don't wear bras or thongs. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The most feminine thing about me is that I once in a while wear tampons just to see what it's like. I'm not even bleeding sometimes. I'll just put in a tampon just to make sure the hole still works. How you doing out there, huh? You having a good week? This is starting off strong. We're just going to wing this episode. I like a good wing. Not chicken. I'm vegan. Just a reminder, if you like the show, if you like gay people, if you're not homophobic, please subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast. Rate it. Leave a review. Say whatever you want. Say, we want more gypsy. Or say, stop with the gypsy. We've had enough. This is becoming a terrorist threat. Or just rate it. Rate it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you listen to this podcast. I don't know your life. I do know that you wear thongs, and I approve. Why are you wearing thongs? Doesn't it just feel like you're flossing your asshole all day? When you fart, though, the good thing about a thong is the fart is always going silent. You are silently gassing up people around you, and not in a yes, queen way. In a yes, get out of my way, it's about to stank way. That is the cool thing about thongs. All right, I changed my mind. I'm going to start wearing 3 thongs so that when I fart, it's super quiet. My farts are about to be like mimes. You don't know what's going on. You're gonna walk by me and go, is somebody cooking? If you also want to support me and the show, join the Patreon. Heather Shaw Comedy, patreon.com. You'll find me. It's on the description of this podcast as well. Don't be lazy. Figure it out. That's a fun community over there, so you can just support my comedy, support gays who don't wear thongs. I know, it's a crime. It's like $3 a month, $5 a month, whatever you want. You get an extra episode of this podcast every single week. Sometimes they're late, but only by a day. Aren't we all a little late? You've never had a pregnancy scare? Get out of here. You and your thong. It's good. We do a live stream every month. I update with some... I think I'm going to start being more active to the point where I'm going to annoy the members of my Patreon. Because we're up to about 115 people in there. I want to pump these numbers up, baby. I want thousands of people in there just annoyed by me. So I'm going to start posting a lot more personal things I'm doing. Just make it more like a community, like a cult that doesn't hurt you. I'm the opposite of a church. I am the opposite of a military unit. Upcoming tour dates. I am in Indianapolis. Nope. You know what? Fuck it. This coming out Wednesday, huh? I was in Indianapolis. I'll talk about it next episode. Boy, what a shithole. I'm kidding. It was fun, I think. I didn't get stabbed. If this came out and I died, it's because I was in Indiana. Find the perp in Indiana. And thank them. Don't arrest them. Just thank you for killing that lesbian Jim Carrey. She was kind of getting on my nerves with all the gypsy impressions. What a cunt. Tonight, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, at the Helium Comedy Club. I'm very excited. I hope it's amazing. If you're in the area, please come out. Please show your support. You can heckle me. I don't give a fuck. Upcoming shows, you can get all the tickets at heathershawcomedy.com. I'll be in Janesville, Wisconsin. Sorry, that was almost a mouth burp, but I suppressed it. You're welcome, Linda, the one lady who complained. She said, can you stop with the mouth farts? I mean, it's like I'm listening to my husband and my dog. I don't put on your podcast to be reminded of my mistakes. All right, Janesville, Wisconsin. I'll be in San Diego, California, D.C., Richmond, Virginia, Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Then I'm going back to San Diego at a different comedy club. I'll be in Chandler, Arizona. I'll be doing 2 shows in Seattle. I'll be in Beverly, in Foxborough, Massachusetts, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and at the Big Diamond Comedy Festival in Bentonville, Arkansas. Those are all my dates so far. More are being added. Check them all out, heathershawcomedy.com. Let's get into the show. Happy 420. Happy past 420 to all my gardeners out there. My new favorite term for stoners, potheads, lazy people. I'm kidding. Some people smoke weed and are productive. That's insane to me. I smoke weed and it's like if I took a hit of meth, I just start freaking out, picking at my skin, thinking there's bugs crawling in my cheeks. It's just acne. It's just my pock marks, but I think they're like little potato bugs. I can't smoke weed. I applaud. I wish I could smoke weed. I wish I enjoyed it. I was more of a booze hound, I was more of a blackout after one drink kind of girl, my body weight, I hover around 105 to 110. I want to get my dream weight is 115, which is funny because some people's dream weight is 115, like they want to lose the weight. I just want to gain the weight to 115. I just have a fast metabolism and I'm gay. But I was never a weed girl. I've always wanted to be a weed girl. People who smoke weed are just chill, man. Nothing gets to them. Some weed smokers do give a bad name for other weed smokers. We all know that, like the super dumb ones, like the. And even then, though, it's not that embarrassing. It's not that bad. Being an alcoholic is way more embarrassing. What do you drive drunk, kill a kid? Ew. What's the worst thing a stoner does? Eat? Come on. Fall asleep while watching Real Housewives. I don't know what you guys do out there, but I love the term that is now used online to refer to people who smoke, because you can't come out and say, I smoke weed. A lot of content. You'll get content strikes if you say things like that, which is stupid. But the new term is gardeners. I love it. People say, yeah, I'm a big gardener. I go out in my garden. It just means they do a fucking, gravity bong every morning. They wake and bake. Which is better than an alcoholic. An alcoholic just wakes and shakes. So, weed wins. Long live weed. But I hope you had a good 420 if you do smoke, whether it's legal or not in your state. I don't have to worry about that, I don't drink anymore, but it was always legal everywhere, including church. That's the fun thing about it being an alcoholic. You go to church and there's wine. It's everywhere. Remember during COVID when everything was shut down? Including AA meetings, except for liquor stores. Liquor stores stayed open. And that's just a public health thing. You don't want people, alcohol is the number one, cause of death for people that withdraw from a drug, which is crazy. But delirium tremors, they are dangerous. I just thought it was funny that, liquor stores stay open, but not AA. No. You go get drunk. Go relapse during COVID. But I hope you had a good 420. 420 is also Hitler's birthday. That's fun, huh? The artist formerly known as an artist, then just a mass murderer. Other mass murder, 420 was Columbine anniversary. Remember that one? The first major mass shooting. That was the first one that really set groundbreaking mass shooting. Really set the tone for the next 3 decades. And beyond. But good for you, weed heads. I love you so much, my little gardeners. My favorite thing is when people find out I don't smoke and they go, well, you just don't have the right strain. And it's like, no. No, it's not that. It's literally, I just don't vibe with weed. And that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm a clear-headed bitch now. I spent a lot of my time drunk, a lot of my time hungover and foggy-headed, and now I'm just loving sobriety. I can't imagine. I wouldn't want to even smoke weed if my body could handle it, because now, even if I get the slightest buzz from kombucha, I get freaked out. I don't like feeling out of my head, if that makes sense. I don't like feeling fuzzy or not sober. I have to be sober now, or just on a shit ton of Lucy Brown coffee. Either way, I just can't deal with that. All right, so we got to get into the biggest news, I guess, of this past week. It's been a quiet week, not much going on. I mean, there's some protests. The Columbia University in New York City is protesting the genocide. It's gotten bad when Columbia. Those kids are rich. Those are rich kids. Those are congressman kids. Those are stock market kids. It's not good when they're stepping out going, please save Gaza. It's like, you're not supposed to be doing this. You're the people that are supposed to be the congressman in 20 years. What are you doing? When you're almost dead, you're going to be elected into office. That's how this works. You shouldn't be protesting anything. But that's how it goes. Young kids protest and you grow up and you're just like, I'm tired. Leave me alone. I can't protest anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be a politician. That's in the news. Man set himself on fire outside of, a Trump trial. Not in connection to Donald Trump. Not in connection to Trump, just in connection to Peter Thiel, who's like, I don't know, corrupt. Aren't they all corrupt? Why would you set yourself on fire for corrupt white men? Do something productive. Go meditate. Stop. This is when conspiracy theories get too much. Because if you get too far into conspiracy theories, you end up setting yourself on fire and dying. Self-immolating. Self-immolating? I think that's what it's called. Being a giant flamer. It's an Arrested Development joke. You can't get too far into... Conspiracies can be fun. You go, oh, is that a Britney Spears clone? Don't look into it. Just go, oh, that's a fun one. Oh, the moon landing, was that fake? Don't look into it. Then the most logical, reasonable one to kind of look into, and you don't even have to do it that much, is 9/11. You can just go, okay, that one's a little fishy. That's a little weird. We all are on the same page, right? But it's still, at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? It's like when people freak out about the Illuminati. Man, everybody's in the Illuminati. They do humiliation rituals. Everybody's a Satan-worshipping, Illuminati-having, child-fucking, the crazy demonic. Every celebrity's crazy. Okay, and then what? And? You still have to pay your taxes, bitch. You still need to find a job, Jerry. What do you care? Well, how does it change your life whether or not Justin Bieber's in the Illuminati or Beyonce or Jay-Z? Well, how does this affect your life at all? You just have to enjoy conspiracies, but you can't let it rule your life. You can't let it get to the point where you're setting yourself on fire. Outside of a trial for Trump, embarrassing. I'm sure he had good intentions, but it's like, get a journal, dude. Write it down. Nothing is going to change. I promise. I've hit the perfect amount of cynicism to know that you'll be reported on for a day. People will go, that's crazy. And then that's it. It moves on. Something else happens. Dubai is underwater, we move on. Taylor's new album dropped. We're going to get into pop culture stuff now. It's more fun. I can't do the politics stuff. I don't really care. Taylor's new album, Tortured Poets Department, or as I lovingly refer to it, the Tortured Ears Department. Holy hell. The Tortured Listeners Department. The Tortured Swifties Department. She's torturing everyone with this album. There are some good songs on it. I'm not shitting too hard on it. But it is a little excessive. It's 30 tracks. A lot of people online refer to it as one giant long run-on sentence of an album. She's allowed one stinker. Guys, she's made how many great albums? She's allowed one stinker, and I think this one is a stinker. Too much. It's just too much, and also she's like 16. She's 34 years old, Taylor Swift, and she acts like she's like these tracks read like a Jojo Siwa wrote them. I'm sure that in like 3 months Taylor Swift's going to come out and be like, actually this was Jojo Siwa's album. My bad. This was not supposed to be released. This is all songs written by Jojo Siwa. Florida with 3 exclamation points. That's one of her song titles. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. That's another song title. What are we doing? She's got some weird lines. She's 34 years old and she's got some weird. Let me pull up this one lyric she had. On a track, I Hate It Here, which is what everybody's saying as they listen to this album. Okay, the track I Hate It Here. The lyrics are, my friends used to play a game where we would pick a decade. Okay, everyone does that. We wished we could live in instead of this. Okay, number one, I got to stop you there. You're Taylor Swift. You're a white American woman billionaire. Why are you playing this game? I wouldn't even think about playing this game if I was a billionaire. I'd be like, this decade, this moment right now, I want to be in this moment, and then the next moment, I want to be in the future. From 2 seconds from now, that's where all I want to be. I just want to be floating in this existence. I don't want to be in any other decade. What the fuck are you talking about? My life is perfect. I'm Taylor Swift. She shouldn't be playing this game. We'd pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting married off for the highest bid. So she's playing the game with her friends and saying, most people when they play the game, they say something like, 80s were fun. The hair metal, the STDs, the cocaine. Ooh, the cocaine in the 80s. Some people say the 70s, the disco, Fleetwood Mac, hippies, Woodstock, the acid. Ooh, the acid, the weed. The weed. Some people say the 90s because they're nostalgic and miss their childhood because their life is miserable right now. Ooh, nostalgia. And then Taylor's over here going, I would love to live in the 1830s. But side note, none of the racism. Okay, side note, there's still racism in 2024. So is that your only fighting? That's the only reason that you wouldn't want to be in the 1830s when slavery was still legal, by the way? She didn't say She didn't say slavery. She said racism. I've never played the game and had somebody start their answer with an 18. Sorry, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, I'd like to go back to the 1400. What? Calm down. What? 1830s where women had no rights. They were treated like, cows. Women couldn't work. They were literally, I think cows had more rights than women in the 1830s. It's a weird line. Slavery was still legal. So it's a roundabout way of saying Taylor Swift wished she could have owned slaves. That's what I'm getting from this. No satire involved in what I'm saying. I think what she's saying is, yeah, if I could pick any decade, it'd be the one where slavery was very legal and I had no rights, but I still have all my billions. Like, I feel like there's a lot of stipulations to her answer that she's not saying in these lyrics, which is weird because the entire album is very wordy. She could have fit in another bar of this. I want to go back to where slavery was real. I want to own 3 humans and tell them how I feel. Slavery, slavery. That's me. I don't know. She could have fit it in. It's an entirely weird album. It's a little too adolescent, childish, immature for me to even get behind. She's got songs about hanging out with Travis Kelce. I mean, remember, Travis and her, they're in their mid-30s. Mid-30s. Early 30s to mid-30s. I think Travis is a little younger and dumber. He doesn't have a billion yet. They're in their mid-30s. Okay, so she's talking in some of these songs. She only wrote 2 songs about Travis. The rest are all about heartbreak. Can you imagine being Travis Kelce listening to the album just like, cool, babe. Damn, you really loved him. He really broke your heart, huh? Crazy. So do you want to play GTA or... yeah, there's a lot of in the 2 songs about Travis, one of them is called So High School, if that says anything. She can't grow up. It's amazing that somebody this immature is a billionaire. She talks about how they have to be quiet in his room. They watch American Pie on a Saturday, and then she has to keep her size down. And she references Scout's honor, which is 3 fingers. So she's basically just saying, yeah, Travis finger blasts me while we watch the movie American Pie. Great film. Love it. The guy in the movie, he humps an apple pie. Yeah. It's a real classic. Travis finger bangs me. Just blasts me up. By the way, Travis's fingers are ginormous. Like one finger, if Travis fingers you with one finger, he's fisting you. Essentially. He's got giant fucking hands. That can't feel good. Or maybe it does. I don't know. She goes from like Matty Healy, who looks like he's got pencil dick, to Travis Kelce. It's like, take it easy, girl. Whoa, Nelly. The lyrics are, she's sneaking off while his friends are in the other room, so she's got to keep it down. It's like, kick the friends out. You're in your 30s. Send them home. Also, aren't you in a mansion? Just sneak off to one of the other wings of the house. What are we doing? It's very weird. She references, your boys are playing GTA. It's like, oh, God. Can you imagine being 34 and dating a gamer? I don't care if he has 3 Super Bowl rings. That's an ick. Yeah, babe, I'll be right up. Just got to finish up this game with my boys. And the boys are like LeBron James. I guess it would be kind of cool. It's just a little adolescent. It's a little weird. She's still doing pseudo beef with Kim Kardashian. One of the songs, if it is about Kim, it's just calling her out. And it's like, are we done with this? Kim Kardashian's like 50 almost. What are we doing? Can we be done with this? It just wasn't a gripping album. It's way too long, oversaturated, underwhelming. You know, I like slow Taylor shit. I liked Folklore and Evermore and Another Whore, all those albums, but this one just seemed I don't know what it was. I don't know why she wanted to put this out so bad. I guess to stay relevant. People are going to get sick of Taylor Swift. I think even some of the Swifties are just like, bitch, what the fuck is this? Get a therapist. You know, not very poetic of her. So I don't know. I mean, it's fine. She's a loud one stinker. Think of all the amazing albums she's put out. You know what I mean? She's okay. I'm surprised she didn't just put out an Eras Live album. If you want to put something with 30 tracks on it, put out the Eras Live. Maybe she already has that. I don't know. I'm not a super Swiftie. At the end of the day, you know, it's like when she was picking on Kim Kardashian and people were like, so many gay boys were hopping on TikTok and be like, oh my God, queens. Taylor Swift just shaded the fucking shit out of Kim Kardashian. How will she survive this? How is Kimmy K going to come back from this? Hey, they're both billionaires. That's how. They are both billionaires. They're going to be okay. I don't think this has affected Kim at all. I think she's good. Her ex-husband is Kanye West. I think she's got enough on her plate. You know what I mean? She has to look at her, 4 children and see Kanye every day and just be like, please, I pray to God you don't get the bipo. You don't get the bipo. And if you do have the bipo, please take your goddamn meds. Yeah, Kim's got enough going on. She's got Kris Jenner as her momager. She's got Kanye West as her ex-husband. You know, now she's got this tween sensation, 34-year-old woman. Grow up, Taylor Swift. She did grow up for a while. She had Folklore and Evermore and Another Whore. Whatever those albums were. They were all really grown up and beautiful. What is this? I don't know what this album is or who it's for. Young Swifties? I don't fucking know. It's weird. Like, you can't be 40 and be like, you know, I got finger blasted by a boy. Stop calling it boys. Ugh. But, okay, she's a loud one stinker. This is the stinker. Unfortunately, it's a 30-song stinker. There's some good songs in there, but even the best ones, even the best songs that I've heard, and I did not hear the whole album. I couldn't make it through. I got too bored. I would rather be in jury duty, you know, on a shoplifting case. I don't care. I would rather, you know, call my mom and have her walk me through, you know, what she's eating for dinner tonight. There's a million other things I'll do than finish this album. I get it. I get the gist. All right, that's that on that. She'll be fine. Taylor Swift will be fine. She's rolling in her billions of dollars. All right, Lunchables. We got some recalls here. Lunchables got a recall. You don't say. Color me shocked. What? Lunchables? An investigation by Consumer Reports has raised concerns regarding the safety of Lunchables, a popular prepackaged lunch product marketed for children and sad, lonely single adults. The investigation revealed that some Lunchable kits contained lead and other harmful contaminants, posing potential risks to children's health as well as the health of these sad, very lonely single adults. This is not alarming. This is alarming. This is not surprising. This is not shocking. This is highly processed meat. What are the Lunchables they have? Let me pull up the Lunchables they have, because I remember the Lunchables from when I was a kid. So it's mind blowing to me that Lunchables is still around and still an option. And I don't know anything about children, thank God. But I just want to know, like, are people eating Lunchables? Like, are people buying Lunchables? Because in the 90s, we had wild shit because our parents were just lazy and so uninterested in being a parent that they were just like, yeah, here's kid cuisine. It's good for you. I would not be surprised if a study came out and was like, yeah, all the food in kid cuisine is just paint chips and feces. I'd be like, that checks out. Yeah, the brownie is just hamster feces. Yeah, that checks out. The meal is called kid cuisine. Lunchables had the classics, right? They had the turkey, cheese, Ritz cracker, a real rounded, healthy meal. This is a meal that my workaholic mother would eat every day after work. She'd come home, pour a glass of wine, and have cheese and crackers. And we were serving this to our kids, taking this and being like, this is your lunch. Cheese and crackers is your lunch. And throw in some fake, overly processed meat that's in a perfect circle, the same size as the Ritz cracker. That's enough protein for you. I remember they had the pizza ones, which, I mean, as a kid, I remember being like, this can't be good. This can't be good that I'm making a cold pizza. And it's so much work. You'd have to take out the Frisbee disc pizza, which was, thick, wooden. It was like balsa wood. I don't know what it was made of. Cardboard, balsa, lead. Now we know. You had the disc, and then you'd put the sauce on it, which was probably not, it was just sugar water. I think the tomato sauce is just sugar water with like a sprinkling of, ketchup. It was probably just ketchup. And then you'd have the really cold mozzarella. It was all weird. I devoured that shit as a kid. I thought I was so cool making pizza. It's not pizza. It's literally just another version of, it's cheese and crackers with tomato sauce. And then they had the other one where it was a dessert pizza, where again, you'd have like a hard brick circle, like stale pita bread, but not healthy. And then you put like chocolate frosting on it and sprinkles. What are 90s kids are fucked. I mean, it's crazy that I cannot imagine being a parent. Not that I'd ever want to be a parent, but having a kid and looking at a box of Lunchables. I don't care if it's whole wheat crackers or what the fuck ever. Looking at any box of Lunchables, looking at the name Lunchable, being like, yeah, it comes with a Capri Sun, a slab of cheese, and a prayer, and sending my kid off to school with that. I mean, our parents were fucked up, dude. And the parents now, if you're sending your kid to school or whatever with a Lunchable, just kill the kid. Just say you don't want to be a parent. Late term abortion it. I mean, you're slowly killing that kid. It's not surprising that this food is like, no shit. Oh, this has been linked to, it says this has been linked to increased cancer risks. Everything in America in this world causes cancer. Lunchables are at the top of the list. I don't know what's more dangerous, school shootings or Lunchables at this point. They both contain lead, They both have a lot of lead. I don't think anything will come out of that. I think it's, you can be a lazy parent, but like, it would be better to just send your kid to school with a pack of deli meat and some Ritz crackers, I think. Throw in a Sunny D. That Sunny D can't be real. Remember Sunny D? That wasn't real, was it? Holy shit. And then the other recall we have is from a Paul brother. I don't know if it's a recall. I think it's more of a lawsuit that'll probably lead to a recall. It's very shocking, guys. You'll never believe it. Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul, has a drink called Prime Drink. If you look at this drink, it looks like you're guzzling chemicals. It literally looks like a suntan lotion bottle. It's bright, it's colorful. It says Prime on it. All I think about is Amazon, which, anything that Amazon is, I use Amazon, but like, I don't tell people about it. I'm not about to be walking around with a drink that says Prime. It's very colorful. It's made for kids. It's a hydration drink. I don't know what the fuck is in this drink other than forever chemicals. A lot of harmful forever chemicals, which I looked up what forever chemicals are, and they basically are PFAs. They're forever chemicals. They're called PFAs. They have been linked to cancers, high cholesterol, thyroid disease, liver damage, asthma, allergies, and reduced vaccine response in children. They've also been linked with decreased fertility, newborn deaths, low birth weight, birth defects, and delayed development. Forever chemicals. So these things go in your body. Good luck and good riddance to your newborn baby. I mean, I'm telling you, if you have a kid and you want to get rid of that kid, give them a Lunchable and, give them a Prime drink and send them on their way. They won't come back from school. And then just send them to a public school in America. This got dark, huh? 3 things that'll take your kid out. Lunchables, Logan Paul's Prime drink, and public schools. Any school in America. There's a good chance they're not coming home. All right. Here's an example of forever chemicals. In food packaging, it's found in pizza boxes, food wrappers, takeout containers, microwave popcorn bags. Oh, no. That makes me sad. I like microwave popcorn. I'm going to die. It's found in non-stick pans like Teflon pans. Firefighting foam. Stop eating the firefighting foam, everyone. You've heard it here first. Stop consuming the firefighting foam. It's the same shit that's in Prime drinks. Carpets, rugs, furniture, window treatments, car seats, stain-proof, waterproof clothing, outdoor gear, umbrellas. There's more. You get the idea. Forever chemicals are in things that we usually don't ingest. Okay, so maybe if you're not eating the popcorn bag, I do eat the popcorn bag, but I'll stop. I'll stop fucking, I don't even open the popcorn bag. I just bite into it like an apple. It's a fun way to eat the popcorn. They're not good. You don't want them in your body. And this new lawsuit says that, alleges that, that this Prime drink has a lot of forever chemicals and that they've kind of skirted the FDA, which is believable. Any organization that was set up by the American government, I believe you can just pay them off to not do their job. Just like, yeah, sign off on this. It's a Paul Brother product. You'll make a lot of money. Just, say it's good. I don't trust anything, really. So that drink, I mean, if you look at the drink, it looks like a bottle of cancer. It literally looks like a bottle of cancer. I've never, ever once saw that drink and went like, I need that. I don't drink a lot. I don't drink energy drinks. I just don't think that they're good for you. I have no interest in drinking them. I like coffee, so I couldn't be guilty of having caffeine. I like yerba mate. I'm a lesbian. I have to. It's a requirement. But, any brightly colored, like a Monster energy drink. Are you fucking kidding me? What do I look like? Like a welder? That's made for welders, and people that work at like Circle K. They got the overnight shift at Circle K. They're popping in Monster Energy. I mean, the flavors are disgusting. Starbucks even has like energy drinks that look disgusting. They're all in giant cans, But the Prime looks cancerous. It looks insane. The flavors, they're normal. The original, what does that flavor mean? It's just original cancer. There's an ice pop flavor. There's, lemonade, orange mango. Then it gets down to Meta Moon. What is that? Is this Mark Zuckerberg's sweat? What is Meta Moon? Is it just shards of plastic and glass? I don't know what Meta Moon means. How is that a flavor? It's never good when a flavor is the same flavor you'd find on like a vape. Like, what are you drinking? Ice raspberry princess fart queef. It's so fucking good. This is mango crystal meth shards. You want some? If I could go back in time, I'd go to the 1830s, 'cause you can't get cancer from food and drinks back then. Also, I miss slavery. Let's get into our ad spots for this week, shall we? Huh? Lucy Brown, baby. She's here. She's queer. She's drinking coffee, dear. You can enjoy coffee like I do. I enjoy so much coffee from Lucy Brown. I'm telling you, I love them so much. You can enjoy the same coffee I enjoy from Lucy Brown Coffee Bar without ever leaving the comfort of your beautiful home or maybe studio, 1 bedroom, I don't know, maybe 2 bedroom if your fancy apartment. Lucy Brown is now offering coffee subscriptions. I know some people out there have gotten this subscription. They love it. They said they enjoyed how easy it was to subscribe, to sign up, to get it going, and to get their coffee every month. And I love to hear it. All you got to do is simply fill out the form on their website and get coffee beans from different and exciting roasters every single month. So every single month you get different roasters, different coffee flavors. It's not the same coffee being sent to you every month. It's different. It's exciting. Get into it. Sent and shipped, both the same thing. It's a little redundant that I said that. Shipped straight to your door, starting at just $20 a month. Visit LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI browncoffee.com, and follow the coffee subscription button to get signed up today. And you can use the code Heather Shaw is kidding for 10% off your first order. If that's not a deal, I don't know what is it. Lucy Brown, baby, I love you so much. The Other Autism Podcast. Have you ever wondered if you might be autistic? Huh? Have you? Did you really get into Taylor Swift's album? Start to break down the lyrics? Start to figure out which song was about which man in her life? You might be autistic if you did that. Or maybe you were recently diagnosed, and now you're trying to understand autism and your place in the autistic community. Well, I got some news for you. The Other Autism Podcast is here to help. Each episode, your host, Kristen, brings you interviews with autistic folks who were diagnosed as adults. You'll hear what it was like for them going undiagnosed for most of their lives, and then how they came to terms with their autistic identities later on. That's fun. You can find other Swifties. The Other Autism Podcast also covers the latest in autism research and topics at the forefront of autistic culture and scholarship. If you're autistic or wondering if you might be, the Other Autism Podcast helps you to feel more informed and less alone. You can find the Other Autism Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you to the Other Autism Podcast and Lucy Brown Coffee for sponsoring this podcast. If you want to become a sponsor of this podcast, too bad. I'm kidding. Email me, heathershawIsKidding@gmail.com, and we'll get it going, baby. I'll support anything. I'll promote anything. Almost anything. You want me to promote the Prime drink, Logan Paul? I'll do it. I'll fight your brother. Let's set up a fight. I'll take a swing. I'll take a knockout so he can win. Throw me some money. You can beat me to an inch within my death. As long as I get $5 million, I'll do it. All right, well, TikTok's going away. That's been decided. If you're a TikTok creator and you've not diversified already, you might be in a little trouble. You might be in a little pickle. It's not too late. I think you got like 6 or 7 months left. Who really knows? There is no structure. There's no blueprint for what's going on. Passed on 420. What an unfortunate day for that to pass. You know, everyone's getting high. Let's do it on Hitler's birthday. This makes sense. We're fascists. This makes sense. They passed the ban on 420 in honor of Hitler, and so all the weed people didn't notice, which is, you know, the majority of America. The majority of America is high. Let's be real. It's going away. They say you got 6 months, maybe. What is 6 months from now? May, June, July, August, September, October. So September, October, I'd say, if they can get their shit together. I mean, that's the thing about the American government. It's like they decide something and then it takes so fucking long with this bureaucracy or whatever it is, the bureaucratic measures they have to go through, that maybe it won't even happen. You know, maybe all the old people just die off. It's very likely that 90% of Congress will die by the end of the summer. It's not a threat. Just pointing out the fact that they all need walkers. They all have shower chairs. Come on. And they've got at least 17 medications they have to take every morning, or else they get the poo-poos. Real bad. So we'll see what comes of this TikTok ban. I am not as worried as I would be if the only place that I was really posting on was TikTok. It used to be for a while that I was just on TikTok. I had 1 million followers on TikTok. I was good. But these things are fleeting. Everything is fleeting. And anything can change. So it's really, I mean, thank God I have a YouTube following building up. Thank you so much if you subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you so much if you listen to this podcast. You know, thank you so much if you follow me on any social media app. Because then at any minute it can all go ass up. And I've had that happen to me where I lost my Instagram account. So at any minute I know that I've got 600 and something thousand followers on Instagram. That could go away tomorrow. I have to diversify. YouTube is very safe. It feels very safe. So it's good that, you know, that exists, because Meta and their community guidelines, they can get a little shady and weird. So you're always just kind of like, it just kind of feels like when you have a following on these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you feel like you're in like an abusive relationship with someone where you're just constantly walking on eggshells and kind of just being every day, just checking in like, hey, how how are you today? Are you in good spirits, or do you feel like you need to give me another black eye, or did I do something wrong today? Do you not like how this video I made came out? Is it a violation of community guidelines? Like, where do we stand? It's every day like that. I mean, TikTok's like, I posted a video using a sound that had the word faggot in it, and TikTok took it down. And it was all context, it wasn't a hateful video, but, TikTok's like, you have one strike. And I'm like, TikTok, you're literally about to be banned. The audacity to give me an account strike and be like, oh no, I won't be able to use your features anymore. You're literally on your last breath. Like, chill out. Let everybody do what they want to do. The end is near, TikTok. Pretend that that's a reality, please. But we'll see. It might hang in there. I know TikTok's coming out with their own Instagram rival. It just, who knows? Who knows if that'll stay? Called TikTok Notes. It's more for photos. Who knows? I mean, it's all up in the air. I'm just glad that I've diversified. I know some creators are just on TikTok, or they only do well on TikTok, or they really haven't. There's a really funny creator. I think her name is Molly on TikTok. She's really, really funny. And she posted about how, like, if TikTok goes away, then that's the end of her shit. And I went to her Instagram just because I was curious, because she's got like hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, and she makes really funny content. I really like her content. She should be a stand-up comedian. But I went to her Instagram, and it has like 12,000 followers, and she doesn't post any of her TikToks to her Instagram. And that's where people get in trouble. People, if you're going to be a content creator, you have to forget about the personal life aspect of it. You've got to say goodbye to what will my friends and my family think of me, and start treating it like a completely public content creating machine. It's no longer your Instagram is not for your friends and your family. If I was posting things for the approval of my friends and my family, my fiance, I wouldn't post any of this shit. Because a lot of my friends would go like, this is weird. Why are you doing Jim Carrey? So you've got to be vulnerable, and you've got to be open to cringe. You don't succeed as a content creator if you're not a little bit cringy. And you just got to say, fuck it. I don't care what the people closest to me think, because they're not doing it. And they're not the people you're trying to garner the attention of. So it doesn't matter. So I commented on that Molly girl's video about it, and I was like, just start posting all of your TikToks on Instagram Reels. It will take off. She will be successful, but her Instagram is treated and curated as a personal thing. It's just photos of her, and like, it's almost, if you went to her Instagram, you would have no idea of how funny she is and what funny videos she makes. And there's that disconnect. So you have to diversify. This turned into a lecture to content creators. So if you find this interesting, send it to a content creator. If you're a content creator yourself. If you're not, and you've fallen asleep, how's it feel to be narcoleptic, bitch? Narcoleptic. Yep, that's the word. I'm still smart. There has been no release of the cause of death for Kyle Marissa Roth. That's still a sad one, still a bummer to think about. Another TikTok lady passed away. I think she may have ended her own life. She was, what was her name? Ava Evans. I didn't follow her. I'd seen her before, but I mean, she had quite an impact. It's really sad to see. 27 years old. It just sucks. It can really take a toll. I'm not saying that she ended her life due to anything with social media, but mental illness and being a public figure, sometimes they do not go well, right, Kanye? It's rough. It's really hard. We'll see what goes on with TikTok. There was a really funny video. TikTok still has gold, and I've really curated my feed to be as weird and fucked up as possible. And this one video is going viral of this I think she's like 23 years old, and she's got face tattoos, and not just face tattoos, she's got like demonic face tattoos. She's got a demon on her neck. She's got 16 piercings on her face. She's got, dark, it's all black ink. It's a little demonic. It's a little, And do whatever you want, it's your body, but you have to realize if you're going to put a middle finger up to society, society's going to put a middle finger back up to you when it comes to things like finding a job. She was complaining. She got on TikTok and was like, I applied to TJ Maxx. She said this is not a bit. That I don't think this is rage bait. I don't think she's doing this as a bit. She got on TikTok and was like, I applied to TJ Maxx and they fucking didn't give me the job. It is so hard to find a job right now. And I said, right now, bitch? Just right now? Girl, the only jobs you are going to be having for the rest of your life with those face tattoos and piercings and the demon wrapped around your throat in permanent ink is receptionist at a tattoo shop or OnlyFans girl. I don't know, a bartender. There are certain avenues you can go, but girl, why are you walking up into a TJ Maxx and saying, hi, are you all hiring? Have you seen who shops at TJ Maxx? Have you seen the white Catholics that walk into TJ Maxx like they own the place and ask for, is this item on sale when it's already been marked down 300 times? Good Lord. They would shit their fucking Depends diapers if they saw her working there. And, yes, that's on society a bit, but get some awareness. People were shitting on her. People were like, gee, you think it's hard to find a job looking the way you look? I mean, you can't feel bad for somebody that's done so much work on their face. Face tattoos, that's a commitment. People were giving her shit. She came back and she said, unreal. Actually, guys, I'm actually pretty fucking financially fine. I didn't even need that job. Everyone making fun of me. I'm rich. Okay. And she goes on to list the reasons why she's fine financially. She goes, number one, I have a $500 car payment for a Dodge Challenger every month. That's not a flex. I don't know if this is a bit. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds like this is a genius. This sounds like the work of a genius. This is Andy Kaufman-esque trolling. Is she trolling us? I don't think she is. She doesn't seem smart enough to be doing it, but maybe that's the mastery of it all. Anyway, she claims, she's like, I pay $500 a month car payment. Not a flex, bitch. That means you have bad credit. What? On a Dodge Challenger? What did you could have got a Charger if you just committed to the Army. She goes, I have thousands of dollars in tattoos. Yeah, we know. Nope, we know. We see the throat. Just covered in demon shit. I have fillers. I have fake tits. It's like she's listing off all these things she's had. Thousands of dollars in fillers. I have $7,000 fake tits. I have a Dodge Challenger with a $500. It's like, it sounds like you just have debt. It sounds like you have credit card debt and you are drowning, and that has caused you in your tattooed faceness to walk up into a TJ Maxx and say, are y'all hiring? What? Just go. What? Sell your underwear to weird men. Why are you on TikTok bitching about how there's no jobs? Just rub some tuna fish on some pairs of undies and ship them off to Mark in Idaho. Call it a day. She's like, I just wanted an extra job just to have fun. No one is going to work at TJ Maxx for the hell of it because they're bored. You know what people do when they're bored and they have money? Literally any fucking thing else. Whatever they want. Not one person. Mark Cuban doesn't sit around going, I've done all I could do. Let me go check out Ross Dress for Less. Oh, boy. All right. Some sad news. I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know why this is such an intriguing story for me. It just sucks. I don't know if you're aware of Emily Willis. She's a former adult film star, which I like saying instead of porn star. I mean, she's a porn star. But it's fine. I don't think that's a derogatory thing. It's truthful. She's an adult film star. Adult film star sounds fun. But isn't like every film star that's an adult film star? Like Julia Roberts is an adult film star. You know what I'm saying? In case you don't know about Emily Willis, she was a pretty popular porn star. I'd seen her on like podcasts and stuff. I don't really watch porn, but I knew of her. She, a while ago, I guess she was in rehab, and for whatever reason, she got sick and suffered cardiac arrest and then slipped into a coma. And so, like, she had been in a coma forever and it wasn't looking good. And now the news came out that she is in a partial vegetative state. She woke up from her coma. She can track things with her eyes. I mean, this is a really beautiful young woman. No matter what she did, if she was just a model, if she was an accountant, if she was a porn star, doesn't matter. It's really fucking sad. I don't know how old she was or is. I don't want to say it was. Young. I would say late 20s if anything. I don't really know her age. But yeah, she was in a partial vegetative state. She woke up from her coma. It sounds like while these are surprising improvements, he shared that doctors stated that they don't expect further improvement, which is just like, dude, the biggest thing is like the burden you are. You know, even if I want to make sure that I write it out, like if I'm ever in a vegetative state or if I can track things with my eyes, but I'm just trapped in my body and I can't move and I can't speak, like just fucking pull the plug, dude. I don't want to be a burden to anybody. Early toxicology reports show no drugs in her system, but they don't know what would cause cardiac arrest. Yeah, that's really interesting. Maybe it's just from, maybe she did a lot of drugs. And then her heart, it doesn't really matter, I thought the first story was that she had an alleged OD, and that's what caused it, and that makes more sense to me, but if there's the toxicology reports that shows no drugs, who knows? Who fucking knows? Who really cares at that point? It's really sad. But what I found interesting that her real name, Emily Willis, is her porn star name. Her real name is Litzy Lara. Okay, doesn't that just sound like, why would you change your name at that point? That is what were her parents, like, I have so many questions. If you're going to give birth to a baby and go, name her Litzy Lara, I mean, that's like Dirk Diggler. Name him Dirk. Dirk what? Diggler. Boogie Nights, baby. I want a porn star son. I don't know. It's just interesting to me. It's a funny switch to be like, yeah, my real name is Litzy Lara, but I got into porn and now my name is Stacy Johnson. I hope her well. I hope the best. We'll see what happens. It's interesting to me. It just sucks. I'm wondering what caused her cardiac arrest. But maybe just a reminder that if you don't want to be a burden to your family, if God forbid this happens, it's really fucking sad and terrible that, you kind of sign a pull the plug, bitch, clause in your will. I know I want to. The last thing I want to talk about is Baby Reindeer. I've not yet seen it, but I want to so bad. It's on Netflix. I'm going to start watching it this week. If you don't know anything about it, it's a comedian. It's about a British comedian. It's a series on Netflix. A British comedian was really nice. I think he was bartending or something in a pub, and he was really nice to this weird, lonely woman that came in. And because he was so nice to her, she started aggressively stalking him. And the cool thing about this series is that it is a true story. The comedian... It happened to the comedian that the story is based on, and that comedian actually wrote the series and starred in the series. So it's a true story written and starring the guy that it happened to. And he doesn't out her, he doesn't name her, which is really nice. I mean, she's clearly mentally ill. I hear it's kind of creepy. I'm really excited to talk about it next episode, kind of give my rundown and review, but so far I haven't really watched anything. I've just been wrapped up in Drag Race stuff. I am a gay man at this point. I'm so deep into Drag Race with my fiance. Hallelujah. So we'll talk about that next episode. I think that's it that's all I have for you this week. I'm excited to be in Indianapolis. Wish me luck. Maybe I'll go to Gary, Indiana and get stabbed. Again, all tour date, all shows, all upcoming live shows. You can always check in on heathershawcomedy.com. Get those tickets to all those shows. Again, St. Louis tonight, Janesville, Wisconsin, San Diego, D.C., Richmond, Greenville, Charlotte, San Diego again, Chandler, Arizona, Seattle, Beverly, Massachusetts, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bentonville. I know it's really annoying that I do that, but it makes me feel real busy. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe or you listen. Rate and leave a review, please. I want to hear what you think of the show. I have nothing to go off of. Nobody says anything other than shut up, bitch. Leave Gypsy alone. If you're on YouTube, drop a queef. You can also support the show, get bonus episodes by subscribing to my Patreon, patreon.com/HeatherShawComedy. You can find me on TikTok for now, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm all over, baby. The only place I'm not on is OnlyFans. And that's, if I get desperate enough, I'll start spreading my lips and saying, who wants to fuck Jim Carrey? All right, until next time, see ya.